Welcome back to This Week in Jump, Part 2.
Woo!
We're going to start off with one of the newer series, Samurai 8, The Tale of Hachimaru.
Chapter 2.
We've been introduced to a grand total of 4 characters that we should care about. Hachimaru, Daruma,
His father,
which I don't know if I got his name,
I don't think so.
and Hayataro.
The dog.
Guess what? We're going to talk about 2 of those characters today.
I actually want to... I don't know if you overlooked this. Upon initially reading it, I kind of just threw this off as
Is it Hachimaru's first meal?
Yes, it is.
That
is...
takoyaki?
Yes, which is octopus, which is 8 legs.
Yeah. And he's
eating it, and he's like, oh my god, this is so good.
Yeah.
I couldn't help but think of how Naruto likes ramen.
Oh, just,
because Naruto can be found in ramen.
Yeah, the Naruto is also the fish cakes that come in ramen. So, yeah. I did the exact same thing.
And I was like, ha, ha, ha.
I hope it's good, because for a lot of people, ramen became more of a sought-after dish rather than just, street food.
So you can see takoyaki making a
more popular imprint.
I like takoyaki.
I do as well. When we went to the sushi place and had it there, I could only eat 1.5 because they were so filling, but they were good. I like them. This is his first real meal, so he's enjoying it. He's loving food. He's not engorging himself in food. He's appreciating the food.
Mm-hmm.
Which, there's a difference. Goku, Naruto, they like to indulge themselves. Luffy especially.
True.
Hachimaru is definitely just eating it and then like, okay, I'm done. I need to go out and do stuff. Or no, I want to play some VR.
No, you gotta go walk the dog.
Yeah, go walk him. You always keep your sword next to you, even if it's a prop. You'll be able to use it as a real sword.
Yep. Because Daruma was able to use it before.
Yeah, so why can't Hachimaru, now that he's a samurai?
Yep. And then we're also introduced, as they leave, to tank pigs.
The 3 big pigs. Yeah, I have no idea why we're being shown this, other than just some foreshadowing. It does look like they jettisoned some missiles up.
They're the ones
in random directions.
Yeah. So as Hachimaru is walking around with Hayataro,
he jumps up and
turns into a flying mode.
Yeah. So Hachimaru is not doing this for Hayataro. Hayataro is doing this of his own volition. So that gives us a little insight into how this matter manipulation works. So in turn, can, with a good enough bond, Hayataro turn into armor for Hachimaru, and when he needs to, become a bigger shield. When he needs to, push him out of danger.
I would assume so, because even the bandit was able to do that with his...
It was hard to tell if...
Because he armored up with it.
He did armor up, but I'm saying in the middle of a fight, it's like transform... I don't need this. I don't need this helmet. I'd rather this transform into a shield that blocks this attack. Like, much more faster.
If it's based more on Hachimaru as opposed to... Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So, they go around.
You see the landscape.
They were supposed to walk around the house.
Yeah, not go far. But
Hayataro took him to the city. It's like, this could just be sensory overload for Hachimaru, and he's just loving it. It could have backfired though, and just like, this is too much to take, and his body literally can't take it if he was as weak as he was before.
Oh yeah.
But out of nowhere, he gets shot down
because of the pigs.
Yeah, but where were the pigs if they shot randomly in the sky? Like, they weren't aiming for him. This is just literally bad luck. And Hachimaru and Hayataro are just falling
And they get separated.
Yeah. Good thing. Good thing. Neither one of them is really human anymore.
Yeah, because the fall from that height definitely would have killed them.
Yeah.
And we're introduced to a new character.
Yeah. So those other two main characters that we liked, or the two main characters that we were introduced to, that we thought were going to have a very big deal, we're going to put them on the back burner for rival slash
Friend.
slash.
If
Nope.
they're... Well, I mean, they could be a...
I was going to say that one. Yeah.
I was like, I have no... Okay, so this character is a shut-in who is a student at a dojo. Samurai dojo.
Yeah, to be Bushi, to be samurai.
But they choose to just seclude themselves and just play the VR game, the same one that Hachimaru plays, and they're apparently ranked number 2 in the world, and they're wanting to keep playing because they're the best player on right now. The number 1 player isn't currently logged in.
Yeah.
And they talk to their hands, and their hands talk back to them.
Yeah.
One of them is a female, one of them is a male,
Yeah.
and this person apparently has not chosen their gender.
Yeah.
Or not sure if they're male or female.
Yeah. But
Getting a little bit
like
ahead of
you
myself.
were saying, the hands talk. You could interpret it as the hands actually talking, or that's just the way that they were framing it.
Yeah.
To where the voice is still coming
It's still from themselves. It's just like they frame it like the hands are like little puppets.
Yeah, they're gesturing and like, actually talking. I'm not sure how it comes across on the paper.
I'm pretty sure it's
but we
just
can
like
understand.
I'm talking like this, and my hand is talking, not me.
Yeah, so Hachimaru falls from the sky onto, or falls
Through the
falls
roof.
through the roof into where said character is being introduced. Like, oh, you can see me. It's like, oh, just immediately being embarrassed from being a shut-in, doesn't want to be seen as they
Or
are.
interact.
Yeah, or interact.
Apparently, they're invisible to girls,
Mhm.
so that kind of leads me to think that it's a guy, but I'm still not sure. It needs to be addressed.
Yeah. Like, oh, so this is a samurai dojo? Cool. Like, you must be one of the pupils, one of the disciples. Like me, I'm a samurai. I'm gonna travel across the world and the galaxy.
And
Like-
be the next shooting star.
Yeah.
Hokage.
Like, it's my first day.
And we keep calling this character,
Yeah.
or the shut-in, because they literally refer to themselves as nameless,
Yeah,
or Nanashi,
they don't have a name. Nanashi is,
means nameless.
yeah, which would just mean like if his name was just Hachi. It's like, okay, 8. Like, Daruma is literally a Daruma.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. Anyways, so they're talking for a bit, kind of how depressing it is being there, and how Hachimaru has it, so good, be able to move around as he wished without anything really holding him back. Like, outside of this game, I really don't matter.
And he sees a lot of himself in this shut-in character.
Yeah.
Like how he used to be secluded and
Yeah.
cut off from
Yesterday,
everybody.
how
Yeah.
he was secluded.
Literally
yesterday.
And this person gets mad at him because they're like, you don't know anything. You're able to go out and do stuff, and you don't have a clue. And it's like, but he literally does.
Yeah.
We know this, but the character doesn't. And I was like, okay, I'll challenge you
Yeah. Challenge me.
in the samurai game because I like those games too.
I'm not sure if he signed in as his.
He probably
Main
didn't even
character.
have to. I don't know.
Yeah. But
No, because he didn't know until he was just like, I am Hachimaru. That is
Yeah.
me. I'm the number one.
yeah,
ranked
like he
player."
already knew his name. Like, Hachimaru, you're online. Don't use your real name. You learned this as children. You don't use your real name on the internet.
I guess. So, hence winning. tells him that I'll fix your roof, but we'll fix it later. But for now, let's go ahead and go outside.
Yeah.
And this person is actually kind of like moved. It's like, why would you think meeting me? And it's like, yeah, because you made me feel good. We're cool.
Yeah. Like, because of all this, I was able to meet you. So like, I'm grateful for what all has transpired. And Hayataro just comes running out of nowhere. Like, oh, there you are.
Oh yeah, hi. And we come back to the tank pigs, which are going to attack a dojo because apparently there's nothing but third-rate flunkies, and it's assumed that that is referring to the dojo that Hachimaru and this nameless character and Hayataro are at.
Yeah, and that they're not just going to beat them and take the samurai orb that's there.
Slaughter them.
They want to kill them all. They want to slaughter them all.
The tank design is very Dragon Ball looking.
Yeah, definitely. Next up, Chainsaw Man.
You are consistently surprising me, good sir.
Denji was last left with Himino in a very compromising position. Yeah, he doesn't know what to do, so he's just obeying commands. Like, sure, I'll raise my hands up, take off my shirt. And like, am I really going to do this? This girl just barfed in my mouth. Like, I don't really want to. Like, I guess I'm ready. Like, oh, let's take off these pants as well. Like, oh, there's something in here. Like, a Chupa Chups, a lollipop. It's dirty. It's like, oh, flash cut to the bar. Denji after throwing up and stuff. And
Makima.
his mind just being befuddled with, first kiss and being barf and...
Will I always think it tastes like barf?
Yeah. It's like, has that been ruined for me? Like, oh, here's something that's brand new. This could be your first real try. And...
Yeah, Makima gives her the Chupa Chupa that she had in her mouth as an indirect kiss. And he's like, well, from now on, it's going to be cola flavor Chupa Chupa as your first indirect kiss.
Yeah.
As a way of, like, overriding the puke memory.
Yeah. Like, he has that in his hand. He's sleeping on the floor now. Himino just on the bed. Like...
No coitus.
Like, he resisted his urges. And... had a very clear thought, like, no, once I kill the gun devil, then I'll be able to achieve this dream.
Yes. Himino wakes him up and asks if he wants breakfast.
Yeah. And they talk a little between each other.
She confirms that they did not have coitus.
Yeah.
Because he's a minor.
Yeah, it's a good thing, because she's getting arrested. He, like, literally, the previous chapter, like, what are you drinking, Denji? It's like, I have apple juice.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm 16. And everyone else was just very distraught, like, you're dealing with this and you're only 16? Oh, what a hardship. But, no, they're, just having breakfast. And Himino asks if Denji wants to be set up with Makima. Like, are you sure? Like, yeah. But you have to form an alliance with me. I'll help you get with Makima if you help me get the heart of Aki. Figuratively. Figuratively. Like, she wants him for herself. She thinks he's really cool.
Cut to a bullet train.
Yeah. So Makima had to, to
go to Kyoto.
Yeah, to Kyoto to get her a business meeting. Most likely dealing with more devils. And she's really thinking, I had a good time the other day with all of them. The food is good. Food is always good with, friends.
Yeah, she's wondering if she has enough time to actually eat a boxed lunch.
Yeah.
On this
so
train.
You see some people in front of her and some people behind her pulling something out and getting ready to turn on her.
And you notice that one
and
of the
her
guys is pulling out a
compatriots.
gun.
Yeah.
And then they unload.
Yeah, they immediately shoot for the head. They shoot at their chest, but mostly their heads. They want to make sure these people are dead. Makima is dead. And this is this is Team C, so there's more than just 3 teams, or at least 3 teams. And they're starting an operation.
Now, after they've already killed them.
Yeah. What? Like, oh my god. Yeah, Denji's dream is
Dead.
dead. He can't do it anymore.
And that's why I put that one as my number 1, because of that twist.
Oh wow.
I was like...
The twist is good, but the
I
talking
the
about
dialogue.
love and stuff.
I liked it because of how much he's just like, I like crap. Just doesn't care. Doesn't care how much of an awful person Makima may be, because just like, oh, she's an awful person. What if she had like a worse personality? He's like, I don't care. No, it doesn't matter. Yeah. He knows what he wants, and he doesn't care how he gets it.
Yeah, but wow, crazy chapter.
Yeah. So that's why I was surprised that it was that low on yours. But I can see how if it's like a dialogue, it's a little bit slower chapter. I liked their interaction, just like, how blasé he is.
Yeah. Alrighty. Next I have Haikyuu. Also, he's just getting targeted non-stop in this.
Yeah, that's basically what the chapter is. Torture the ace.
Yeah. But my one gripe about this is this entire chapter is 4 points. 4 points. That's it.
Oh yeah, it's not going to be like super fast.
Yeah, like, oh, I mean, you get into it a little bit later, but Asahi, the ace, you're supposed to be main attacker, main blocker, main,
be the all-rounder.
Yeah, all around, you're good at everything. You can fill any spot.
Receive, spike,
his mind is getting, the mind tricks are definitely getting to him. And he loses a point almost immediately.
And he even
because of the unique serve.
As saying, I've been totally useless all game.
Yeah. Because he has. But then, you have Kageyama and Hinata doing their regular stuff, so there you go. But also, it's affecting Asahi so much that he faults on a serve. And faulting on tennis, if you fault once, it's okay, you have another shot. That's not the case in volleyball. You fault once and that's it.
And you just gave him a point.
You gave him a point. Considering how hard they have to fight for a single point, and just throwing one away like this is more detrimental than anything else. Because no one did anything to you. They were just waiting for you to do something, and you failed. Like, that really got to him.
And then the whole other aspect is that they've already lost the first set, so they really need to win the second one to even stay in the match and have a chance of winning.
Yeah. But once he gets, a pep talk of sorts from the vice captain, it's like, don't expect me to cheer you up.
It's like, what kind of declaration is that?
Yeah, but he makes them laugh, and it helps the team, really relax. And Asahi was able to keep his thoughts. He says, "Oh, it's gonna go out. Don't worry about it." And he looks like he's almost going to try to get it to help himself, but realizes, no, if it's out, just trust your team that it's out.
Yeah.
And it is. So right there, 2 points of this chapter that has 4.
Yep, 2 on
are
each
from
side.
serves that just failed, that just faulted.
Yeah.
It's only 2 points really had anything going at them for strength, for action. The other two were very boring.
Most of it was just showing that they were targeting him. That's like I feel like that was like most of it, and then rallying around the freshman members of the group.
Yeah.
Suki, Hinata, and Kageyama, showcasing their potential in like the last little bit of the chapter, and then it like has a nice panel just above the end that has the three of them standing right there as Shoyu had gotten them the point back, tying them back up at 13-13.
Yep.
And then you have the team huddling up and saying, "Yeah!" So, like I've said before, for like all sports manga, I'm just gonna say this now, reads better in volume format. All of it reads better in volume format. The individual chapters feel very isolated. Unless something like really stand out happens in it, it's hard to say that it's like, oh, that was like the best chapter ever. Because different people can find it interesting for different reasons.
Yeah. Alrighty. Next is The Last Sayuki. Koharu is learning how to float just gently enough to where it looks as though she's walking. Yay! And they're just helping each other out, Koharu and Ryunosuke. And Estelle is lifting up what looks like 100 pounds with her feet.
While on her hands.
While on her hands. While doing a handstand.
Yes.
Like, is this okay? You okay? Like, I guess so. Like, once a person's mu has been opened, their mu box has been opened, the possibilities of what is normal go out the window. You are as strong as you think you are, and you can get as strong as you think you are. Also, he states that the reason we're teaching Koharu this is because it would be very weird if they just saw a girl floating around here.
Uh-huh. But upon hearing this news, Estelle's mood changes. You two have somewhere to return to, and she feels like she makes it weird and just like, I'm just going to go ahead and go leave.
Yeah.
And we see that Ryunosuke apparently knows the backstory of her now.
Yeah.
Because Nero told him.
Yeah. So, I'm not sure why he's telling Ryunosuke this whole background of her. Maybe it's to form party ties, like she most likely knows about Ryunosuke. You need to know a little about her so that you guys can grow and help each other. And he states that Estelle's mother was killed because a illness was manifested as a monster.
Mm-hmm. Which cured Estelle because she had the illness.
Yeah. But because of that, mother
died.
And she was regarded as a scientist. That she worked with Nero. It was a little weird why he is telling Ryunosuke about her backstory.
It also shows that he has more emotion than he lets on. He seems like he's very dead, but he actually took her under his wing and started training her.
Yeah.
Rather than erasing her memory of what happened and resetting her mu.
Yeah, with the Baku.
Yes. While
While he's just staring at her. Like, they were already served a meal. Like, Estelle thinks that her master, Nero, doesn't have any interest in her. He just lets her live there with, a subordinate. More than anything. And Nero also stated to Ryunosuke, like, you have the ability, after just 3 days of using the Nyobu, what a lot of people didn't even think of using before, with the manipulating
Another person's Nyobu.
the Nyobu into several different directions, into a different form, including
The cape.
the cape, into the giant fist, to restraints. And the one that's completely new to him is the control of someone else's Nyobu. Like you said. That's the crazy one.
Yes.
So he says that you have potential.
Good news, everyone!
Yeah. They've got a job.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to include Nero, Estelle, Ryunosuke, and Koharu.
Yep.
Like, ooh. Can't leave her alone in here. Because last time someone broke her out. So she's going to come with. And you guys are going to be a team.
And if you refuse, we will separate you.
Yeah,
and
forever.
take her back to the palace
That looks like the giant egg.
with a giant hole in it. And Ryunosuke tells him, "No, that's fine. We want to stay together." And he actually has a point on his head, in the middle of his head, spark, like it did before.
Yeah.
It doesn't show the symbol, but it's still showing that him and Koharu are linked.
Yeah, they both think that as long as we're together, we'll be fine.
Yes.
And it doesn't knock him out for an extended period of time. It's just a small link, just to show their resolve.
Mm-hmm.
So they get sent over to a circle of...
Torii gates.
Yeah, Tori. Like, they walk over to a circle of Torii gates, which act as portals to different areas, maybe around the world, but at least this looks like Japan. And the Nyobu with specific protruding marks stabbing into the Torii space
Act as the key.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I do like that, because then everyone who
Has a
Has a
Nyobu is
Nyobu.
able to use it.
is able to do that. That's
You just
really
have to
cool.
know the key and the specific gate number or location.
Yeah,
Also, there's Torii gates in Disney World, so technically,
Okay.
if they wanted to, they go to Disney World right now.
woo!
But they make it to their destination, and it looks like a small shrine, and we'll see where that goes from there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I thought the teleportation / transportation through the Torii gates was cool.
Yeah. Good.
All right, what you got next?
I have Black Clover. So I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it to myself. I couldn't put this below 10 from my previous week's threat. I'm putting this below 10.
Oh, yeah, because as soon as
If
I
I
read
see
it, I
this-
was like, oh.
If I see this fight once again, I've seen it every single episode of Black Clover, except for maybe like the first 2 or 3. I don't think they have it, but you see it every single time, and it just saves on runtime and stuff. But man, I hate it. But man, do I love it in manga form.
The artwork is so pretty.
Yeah. So we see it from the Clover Kingdom, which is a lot smaller. We see civilians looking out and seeing this giant monster of a thing with 4 arms and giant protruding black wings. And it's starting to
Charge and attack.
charge an attack aimed at the city. And it does release some attacks. But the prince is there to, deflect them and make them to where they won't hit people. Sekre is down with the corpses.
Mm-hmm.
She sees the magic item that she helped create,
Mm-hmm.
and Lady Tetia just there with blood from her abdomen just oozing out.
And she also has the stones
Yeah, on like
her
a
waist.
band.
Yeah.
The devil speaks up that you're just being a nuisance. This is the next step for me. Like, your body's going to be mine. You just accept it.
Yep. And then he starts charging an even larger attack that the prince can't deflect.
Yeah. It's like Sekirei screams out that use this to absorb the hit.
And it's the magic item.
Yeah, and he uses it and absorbs a good amount of it because he also takes a decent amount of damage, the prince does. But with that time, and maybe using some of the energy that was produced, he creates, from the anime and everywhere else,
Don't
the
care, still
giant,
cool.
the giant
Still cool.
sword made of light,
Still cool.
and literally impales the demon form of Leaked. And it was the same demon from Hage Village with the bones just sticking out.
Correct.
Yeah. Maybe this is the reason. I'm not sure if Hage Village and the distance between this and the demon bones is really close, and maybe the Clover Kingdom moved away from it just in case.
It seemed like at this time the kingdom was larger, and I feel like over time it shrank.
Maybe.
Because civilizations do that. They get too big and then they collapse, and then they build over everything, or they just like let it go to ruin.
Yeah, and Sekirei knows that this isn't over.
Yeah, because the devil explicitly says that.
I'm gonna redo that one. But
Sure.
So Sekirei knows this isn't over with just yet.
I just need to get a body, and then I'll be good.
Yeah. So she uses her sealing magic, Eternal Prison, being amplified by a full set of magic stones. And the devil's actually, kind of afraid. Like, what is this? Like, you're going to allow this to happen? And Sekirei is not loved by mana, so the magic stones they have a kickback to them, and she is slowly growing devil horns.
Yeah. And they're able to complete it and seal him away, but he says that he will make his return. It'll just take him longer.
Yeah.
And the prince is
Wounded
and about to die. So she seals him into the statue that we've seen dozens of times. And she wakes up years later and is the bird Nero that we fall see.
Yeah. But she retains her memory, she retains her personality.
Yes.
Just not her form.
Correct.
And we see the now black-clovered grimoire that's been gone for 500 years. I'm not sure where it is. I don't think it's Asta's.
I think the Black Clover Grimoire is like anybody's Grimoire who's a 4-leaf clover but like loses to despair.
Okay.
It can become the 5-leaf clover one.
Okay.
At least that's like the precedent that they imply.
Yeah, because I don't think the same devil that's inside of Asta's is the same one as the one we're seeing.
Yeah. No.
Because he's still able to attack. Asta is literally cutting his way with half dark elf Patry, and slicing through the maggot abomination.
Yeah.
And then we see, the devil's ready. He's like, okay, I'm going to get rid of these guys. Pop in, Prince, Sekirei. Like, it's been 500 years since we last met. Like, it can't be. Like, I'm able to reunite with you two as well. Asta, what's going on?
Asta is our audience insert.
Yeah.
What?
Like, how were you able to pinpoint exactly where he was, Prince? Whatever.
The prince...
Because remember, he
has a lot of power.
He flew from the demon's
Yes.
bones
Yes.
directly
Mm-hmm.
here.
Yes.
Whatever.
Power, man. Power.
Whatever.
He killed a giant demon
Yes,
by himself.
Yes. All right.
He is the Neo of this Matrix. He's Superman. He could do anything. And then he might lose. We don't know. He might need us to help him. That'll end part 2. We're doing part 3 shortly.